Hello, friends. Welcome back to the show. This is our second to last show of the year.
Yep.
How you guys feel about that?
I feel like it's the second last show of the year.
2022. That's great, man.
All right.
Yep.
Great audio.
That's how I feel
That's
about
content.
All right.
2022 has been a bit weird year because it started off real fast, and then I feel like the last month, 2 months, has really slowed down. Hello there. I don't know. That's a bird. Magnet Team Bird. How you doing? So yeah, it feels like the last part of this, like the last quarter of the year, has gone really slow, in my opinion. And
Do we have visual?
I can probably not yet. We're working on it. Do we?
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll take some slower months in my life. Other than your cough, how do you feel about it, Brad?
Yay.
All right, Dakota, how about you?
What
is up, Tex?
Feel about the year in general? It's been a weird one
A year.
for sure.
22 has?
Yeah,
Dude, I feel like we've been living in a weird portal.
like the
for
last
2
couple of years.
Yeah.
like it's been.
The world is not the same as it was in 2019.
The dumbest multiverse, maybe?
We definitely live. What's up, Brent? We definitely live in the dumbest multiverse.
Yeah.
I mean, like, probably by far. Although
Yeah.
you can't say that because if multiverses were real, just think all the things that have gone not to the dumb went real dumb in one of those multiverses. Every one
I
of
guess
them.
it's fair.
So we don't live in the worst one.
I don't know. Like, couldn't dumb be like a cascading effect, though? Like, because one dumb thing happened, something even dumber happened.
I'm just saying
and then
it's
because
bad.
of that even dumber thing happened, then that even dumber thing happened.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just
There's a
have snowball
box.
effect.
There's a box of dumbs
Dumb.
that we haven't accessed.
Oh, we're putting them in boxes now.
Well, there's Schrodinger's box is stupid.
I think dumb is just falling from the sky at this point.
Well, I mean, manna from heaven. But there are some good things that have happened this year, and looking forward to a new year. Infinite possibilities of dread. I want to be more positive if I can.
Finite
That sounds like a
possibilities of
Nathan
dread.
statement.
Yeah, he has that feeling when Nathan's probably going to go undefeated.
Do I play Nathan this season?
I'm sure you
I don't think so.
I really wish you did, because you two colliding
Slugging
with
out,
each other
just
would be very
murdering
good.
Each other. Yeah, you could play him.
Infinite possibilities of toes. Text, that is true.
What's toes stand for?
20
Tasty
oven edible
exterior
exterior.
socks. Yes.
Oh,
I don't think that's.
can you
an
mute
acronym.
Brad in life, not on the mic? Just
I'll
In
just
life,
get
no.
louder so I pick up on your guys' mics.
no, I was saying kill you. You need to be dead.
Okay.
God,
What was I saying? I feel like I was saying something real before we got off into that.
Happy December Tuesday.
Hello, Nathaniel. We were talking about.
This is why we think you're a robot, Nathan.
Yeah.
Happy December Tuesday.
Nathan, what year were you born? I guarantee he reset for Y2K.
Or in other words, manufactured.
Yeah, I think the robot we were playing with earlier would not have made that mistake.
Windows 93.
Windows 93.
Windows 93.
93 was a good year. Jurassic Park came out that year. Can you write a story about Jurassic Park?
you can
I'd
literally
bring it up
have it
again,
do
but
whatever
yeah.
you want.
Not if it's not something it is allowed to do.
Okay, that's fair.
What did you say, Dakota?
I said you can literally have it do whatever you want.
We already found out literally not everything.
I mean, it also won't do literally whatever you want.
That's what we're saying.
I think it has to be words.
Yeah, be careful. Words are dangerous.
I can't get it to clean my room for me.
Have you tried?
No.
I do not play.
I'm
You've got a
I'm
pretty
only
easy
assuming.
schedule.
I do not have an easy schedule. I don't know what you're talking
By
about.
what metric?
My first 3 games were Joe, Adam, Brad.
I hate all of you.
Okay,
Then
not in terms maybe of player. Look at the teams.
What about him?
You've Skaven haven't hurt you. What's the second half of your season? You have to play me, which is a
So-
gift.
So I play Ian and Mama G next, and then I play you. And then I play Brent. What's Brent playing?
Undead.
Oh,
But
he's
Brent's also
undead.
played 2 games in 30 years.
Okay.
Brent, that's an assumption. I don't know if it's actually been 30 years. But
You just want a story about Jurassic Park?
Is Brent here?
Put some spin on it. Yeah, Brent's cray-cray.
Oh, okay. All right. I played both John S. and John M. Which he's playing? Is he playing Necro this season?
Brats.
No, that's John S. But who's John M. playing?
John is playing.
Chaos Force.
Brent said it's.
Oh, he's
pretty
playing Chorus. Like, that sucks. Dude, I looking at my schedule, I can't really afford to build Claw. I just can't.
I don't think you.
It's all.
I don't think you need it.
It's all Skaven and elves.
I'm terrified for our game.
I
might not recover for the season.
I gotta play Eli week 10.
Chorves or Big Jonathan. You think he likes that name, Nathan? Big Jonathan? If you sneeze on me, I'll kill you. Sneeze that way.
I'm not sneezing. The cord runs that way.
Oh.
I risk knocking the mic over.
How violent is this sneeze gonna be? Oh Lord. Okay,
I might
so
have to go to the hospital.
oh, if you knock that mic off, Tony's gonna send you to the hospital.
Maybe.
You think Tony would get violent? What would make you get violent?
I don't know.
Violence.
Violence, yeah.
I
there's
hate
that.
it here. I hate it here.
I feel like I'm always teetering on the edge of violence.
Yeah, that's something you want to say on the internet.
Hey, it's the truth.
Yeah.
Let's see, maybe big usually has a good connotation. Well, Nathan, it depends on what you're talking about. If you have a big sandwich, you're probably okay. If you got a big pain in the ass, you don't like that. Like you commenting on Twitter or YouTube right now, Nathan, that is a big mistake.
Fight Jamie to the death.
Fight Jamie. Oh my God. Think we can arrange that? Tex, I heard it's going to be cold in your neck of the woods pretty soon.
Was it like 50
I'm going to be like
degrees?
Santa and end up on your roof, Tex.
Jamie has access to Joe Rogan, so I assume he
I don't think Joe
probably
Rogan
knows a
can
little.
fight. Do you?
I think he knows how. I think he could fight another 5'7" or whatever he is person.
I think Joe Rogan's
he
old
short?
and likes drugs.
He's pretty short.
I still wouldn't want to
Yeah,
fight
but he's
him.
also extremely active.
Right. Like
And
another
has
5'7", like for 5'7", 50-year-olds, he can probably
Isn't he
fight.
almost 60?
Probably.
He's pretty. I wouldn't want to.
Is he 5'7"?
Dude,
Fight
I'm
that
going to
dude?
tell you right now,
About.
I would not want to fight Joe
Oh, I'm
Rogan.
not picking a fight with Joe Rogan
No,
either.
no. Joe Rogan
Tony?
would destroy
I
me.
might put my money on Tony.
twist my neck off.
Dude, he's been in...
Fighting that guy.
Is it...
Jiu-jitsu.
he's been in...
55.
What?
55.
Yeah. He's been in jiu-jitsu since he was like 9 years old. We're talking this guy has almost freaking 40 plus years of...
Oh my! You read
Martial arts
Texas?
training.
I was reading Nathan's. I'm like, that's not funny. What's he laughing at? And then I read the one up. I was like, oh, that's hilarious.
Tex, hey, it is the season of giving coming up, brother.
Oh God.
The season of giving. Violence solves a lot of problems. In Blood Bowl, that is very true.
Yes.
Um,
I'd like Dakota's game with Ian to be similar to his one versus Brad. Dude, I gotta say, I feel like I played that offensive drive, that first one. Like, I feel like I played it really well.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did. I feel like I played from turn 8 on that pretty well.
Yeah, it was really hard to stop your score.
Yeah.
So I forced you in as soon as I could.
Yeah.
I think if you had decided to mark that lineman instead of throwing the blocks.
Maybe, but I couldn't risk you breaking free. One of the biggest problems I had was the first activation turnover.
Yeah.
I basically lost an entire turn.
Yeah.
So that was a huge problem.
This says he's 5'8", but I think they're being generous.
yeah, I don't think Joe Rogan's 5'8".
Apparently, Alex Jones is 48.
48 years old.
48?
He's gonna be dead real soon.
Alex
Alex
Jones.
Jones, dude, the guy looks terrible and he screams all the time. Like he's gonna
got heart problem.
he's gonna have a heart attack. It's just,
So
and the world is gonna lose a truly
a person?
iconic person of rage.
Of rage. Like when
I don't know if that's what they'll remember him for.
Sorry, I'm reading inappropriate comments.
not a cowabunga in sight. I don't know that I had to pow myself free at the very end. That was pretty cowabunga-y.
I tried to do that one time, and let's just say that I rolled. What is it? You called it a niner.
A 1 in 9.
So what is the double skulls?
1 in 36.
Hello, Mama. So I
what-
1 in 36.
Yeah, it's 1 in 36 odds to roll double skulls.
Gotta love it.
Yeah.
I am nothing
It's
if
a,
not
it's a
consistent.
1 in 81
Do it
do
twice.
to do it again. Or wait a minute, is that right?
I think it's less than that.
No, it'd be 1 in 81.
Is it?
Yeah.
I think we can definitively say elves are overcosted.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any arguments with that.
I think the linemen are.
I think we're pretty much in agreement.
I think the linemen are about $5K too expensive for the linemen. I think you dropped them down about $5K. I think.
What is my prediction regarding my
fine.
game with Ian? I don't know anything about Ian's team at all.
Skaven.
I'm missing a warrior, so that's unfortunate.
I was gonna say pitch clear, but since you're missing that line,
I'm not gonna pitch clear him.
Yeah. Quad skulls. Yeah.
Wait, 1 in 1,300, really?
For quad skulls, trip skulls is.
Oh, 1 in 81 is that's the 1 in 9 if you rolled it back to back. So if you roll a skull double down and then re-roll it into another skull double down.
Yeah.
How do
'Cause
I find these odds so frequently?
What?
I'm
Yeah, 'cause
very good at pulling these up.
a trip skull is like a 1 in. What is it?
Hell yeah, Tex. That's
I
what I
can't
like to
remember.
hear.
It's really high though. It's not that high.
Damn.
I mean, I'd like to think I win, but I don't know anything about his team, like at all. I like the
Let's play
idea of
Skaven.
playing into Skaven, and I don't think he has a rat ogre,
No.
which is good for me. I am terrified of the rat ogre. Utterly petrified.
What kind of song? Oh, you're writing a song about Jurassic Park?
Isn't that what we wanted?
Hey, man,
I think
song,
you wanted a
story doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, story.
Hey, every song has a story.
Well,
right.
every ballad has a story.
Let's not.
Have you heard the Iggy Azalea award-winning song titled "Vagina"?
No.
It's not titled that. It's much more vulgar.
Is it?
But every song has a story.
Okay.
I'm not willing. Post Malone exists in this world, so I'm not willing to say that.
Hey, man,
Apparent-
Post Malone gets unnecessary hate.
Apparently, he's like a good songwriter. I haven't
Post Malone.
actually followed him,
The
but
dude can sing, too.
okay.
Yeah. Jurassic Park.
That's a hot take.
Gotta tell you about the place you ain't ready for what I'm about to say. This is a rap?
It's Jurassic Park in the style of Cardi B.
Oh, okay.
Oh, why?
I gotta go get some butt injections.
Oh,
I'll be right
let's see.
back.
Trip skulls is 1 in 216.
There it is.
Sex triple skulls.
Sectuple.
I also did it in the style of Michael
Sectuple
Jackson.
skulls.
Nathan, if you open your mouth when you're reciting these, does it come out in a receipt?
I don't know if that's correct. It's not 1 in 26 to roll triple skulls.
One
One in
in
one. It's
216.
not in
it's-
216. It's 1 in 27 to roll,
Text can help.
or maybe that's a combination of skulls and.
Hey,
Well, how many possible results are on? It's what's it
Nathan Schrodinger.
Welcome to the math hour.
What's the math on turning over 12 out of 16 turns?
Is that what happened? And
It was at least 12. It was at least 12.
that's there's a lot that more
Yeah,
that goes into that.
so it's out of 216. So you're rolling 3 dice, which is 6 to the third power. So that's 216. So there's 216 possible results on 3d6.
So a
And
healthy
there's
number
only
of them.
and there's only one possible result that ends, or I guess on 3d6, and there's obviously only one possible result that ends with skull.
A healthy number of those turnovers were obvious ones.
Yeah, but you can't
So
really.
that's 1 in 6.
But you can't really do the math on what he's saying
There's
because.
Math's the story of the world, man.
No, I know, but I'm sorry. You
No,
can't,
every song has a story. Every song has.
you can't
math.
apply the math of what you're saying because we don't have all the information.
You want it all? I'll give it all to you.
Did
right
you turn over on the first action of all 12 of those turns?
now.
I'm gonna guess no. Meaning that you rolled other dice
I
before
would
the
say
turnover.
I would say 8 of them.
8 of them you rolled. You turn over on the
I
first.
don't know if it might have
roll.
been. It might have been 6. Might have been 6.
The first roll.
You didn't
Dude,
get
I'm telling you, it
didn't-
was-
You didn't move a single player or you didn't do anything for 6 turns.
It might have been 6 times, dude. It was bad. It was real bad.
You're talking about your game with Carrie?
Yeah, it
Wow.
was.
Like, how do you roll that bad?
You have no clue. Message Trentman. He watched the whole game.
I talked
He had to go
Trentman.
back to work, and he's like, "I'm not going because I have to watch this." It was sheer absurdity.
Nathan says coincidentally the same odds of Dakota rolling 3 12s in a row. I did roll 3
Yeah.
boxcars in a row playing.
Yeah, I've literally
Dungeon
never
World
done that.
one time.
I've watched you do that multiple times. I don't know how you do it.
In a row?
Yeah. Oh,
I've
yeah.
never rolled 3
We did it.
boxcars
We
in
did
a
it.
row.
You
other
did it
than-
in Dungeon World one time.
I mean, in the time he's referencing.
You did it in Dungeon World.
Yeah.
Is that what he's talking about?
Yeah.
Oh. I thought you were talking about just doing it.
Why are we talking about dice odds?
I don't know.
Because this is a dice show.
Isn't that what we were talking about?
Yeah, there's a whole calculator for it.
I love it.
Oh, hey.
I cannot play Blood Bowl that way.
Hmm?
I cannot play it that way.
Me neither.
You gotta crunch the numbers, man.
Math Hammer.
No, that's not what I want to play for.
I didn't.
That's probably why I get so frustrated. Well, I guess that doesn't make any sense. I was going to say, because, like, something that should just succeed, and it never does, like, and then your opponent's like, oh.
It was like that time I played against Mama G, and I tripwired into the end zone 3 times in a single game. Reroll 1 into 1 3 times into the end zone
Jake did
specifically.
Jake did that, not tripwire, but he's sick. He did 6 Tims today.
6 double ones.
Roll better. Thanks, John.
Yeah, John said trust your dice, never think.
I've never trusted my dice.
Math is infectious. This is great.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm so excited for Blood Bowl 3.
You got to wait another 3 months, buddy.
Yeah, if they make it.
Stop using that.
If
kind of
they
language.
make it.
90 days. Yeah, if they make it.
I don't think there's any way it comes out in February.
What if you go to the store, you get the case, you open it up, and it's just psych written on the inside?
Just sadness.
Just not even rage, just sad. Just, Obi-Wan starts to cry. You can feel the sadness coming from the across the
Oh,
galaxy.
speaking of Obi-Wan sadness, have you guys heard about the... I know you guys have heard about it, but let's talk about the Warhammer on Amazon.
What?
Oh, I think that's. What I
Oh,
was
you're
gonna-
talking
that's
the
Oh,
Henry
the
Cavill
show. I haven't
Yeah.
heard much
We
about
don't.
it.
I don't think they have any details at all.
Yeah.
No, they don't. It's very, very early.
They're literally just like, hey, Henry Cavill is going to be in a TV show. Here you go.
So he's gonna star in it too.
Yeah, he's going to.
I will say there's a weird...
star.
The Warhammer groups I'm a part of, they really lit up with this, and I don't know if
excited
people
about it.
they feel validated because this guy's ripped and plays their game. It's a weird thing that I don't understand. Like,
it's
a
kinda-
celebrity thing.
But
Well,
do you
yeah.
think it's because he's ripped?
Well, I think it's because he's a famous guy
Yeah,
that
it's-
doesn't look like most gamers.
Well,
Like, let's just be honest. Like, Henry Cavill
Sure.
does not look like your
he's,
average gamer.
he's an actor. I think it's just 'cause
He's also gorgeous. Okay?
Sure, but-
give the guy his props.
all right.
He's got white hair.
Warhammer 40K is pretty obscure too. Though.
I think it's
like,
more-
a pretty obscure. It's a pretty obscure.
There's a
hobby, and
celebrity-
there's
there's a
cool,
celebrity
cool
thing
famous
about
guy
it.
who plays it.
Yeah, but why does it matter? I don't give a damn that he plays. It's
Oh,
cool
that's-
that like
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
it should, but it does to some people. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean that's
it blew
fine,
up, and I
though.
don't understand.
You can like things and appreciate that you have the same
Well, sure.
interests as other
Sure.
people.
I mean, I like football,
Yeah,
and I don't give a damn who else likes
Yeah,
it.
but,
It's just a,
fair.
but the thing is that everyone likes football.
that's
Like,
not true.
No, you're. I
Sadly,
get,
there are
I
people
get
that
it,
miss the
but
way.
well,
I get it, but I would be willing to say that 1 in 4 people like football.
Well, not to mention
I bet it's higher than that.
Yeah, exactly my point.
well.
Yeah. It's
I
like the
would not
most
say
liked
that
thing
1
in
in
the
4
country.
people like
In the
Warhammer.
United
Well,
States, yeah.
1 in 4 people
Yeah.
probably don't even know about Warhammer.
Exactly.
That's my point. So you have
The
sort
one
of an
positive
obscure
about
hobby.
Amazon getting it is that will change. More people are going now. They might get a version of it that's not real.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see.
I have no faith that Amazon is going to do it well.
After watching what they did to the One Ring, me neither. Or to the One Ring, the Rings of Power.
I didn't even watch that whole series. I watched 20 minutes of the first episode. I was like, I'm not watching.
It was.
this.
I watched the whole
I've
thing.
never seen it.
I watched the whole thing. It was terrible. It was hot, steamy garbage. The writing was bad.
Dude,
the
I'll be honest,
scenery was bad.
Since Lord of the Rings, like
Like,
they
I
have
couldn't-
not gotten the costumes right. Like everything they've like the dwarves and the hobbits after Lord of the Rings look terrible.
Though the elves look awful. They don't even look like elves. They just look like regular people with long ears. It's crazy.
Math is why your head hurts.
Nathan says he thinks that I have the most favorable schedule of the 3 of us for the rest.
Oh,
of
I
the
100%
for the rest of the
I
season.
100%. You might have the easiest schedule in the league.
I don't know what your
I-
schedule
I-
is specifically, but
I'm not willing to say that.
I don't know, man. You've got. I mean, I could
I still
go
ha-
through and run the numbers and get it. Like I could go look at the chart and get a mathematical like win percentage, but just looking at and it's not just the players and the wins; it's the teams. Like a matchup on your team. You know, like Brad and I are pretty even in a game, but like our teams, Brad's got a massive advantage.
Yeah.
over
But
teams.
corn don't favor well into
Against-
Skaven and elves
Yeah.
But why not though?
because
they can
they're-
outrun
they
them,
can
they
outrun me
outscore them
Right, but,
pretty
like-
by
easily.
like a large.
If you don't
margin.
have 5 removals in the first half against me, I will be thoroughly shocked.
I've hardly gotten 5 removals like.
I
this
will, dude. I'll bet
season.
money on it. I'll bet money.
Like, I'm being facetious, but
Yeah.
like
we got 3 in our 3 or 4.
I've been down 4 or 5 players in every first half I've played so far. So if you're the one player that doesn't do it, I will be thoroughly.
yeah, I
shocked.
mean like I knocked over Brad's players like almost every time I hit him because I was hitting on 3 dice with block a lot that game.
I actually don't think you knocked me over that much.
I think I didn't okay, so
I don't think you knocked me over that much at all.
in contrast to the number of times I hit you, I knocked you down a lot. I just didn't hit you that often. Like we weren't in tackle
Yeah,
zones
good
a lot.
point, good
like
point.
like the number of times I was swinging at you, I was putting you on the ground.
good
British
point.
people I've talked to know Blood Bowl. What? John, listen. I've known somebody in my life that's made sweeping generalizations like that, and you don't want to be like that person.
Well, I think he. It looks like he corrected and put Warhammer.
Even Warhammer. And I think a lot of British people do know about Warhammer.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I think
it's where
that's-
its headquarters at is in the UK. So like,
Sure.
And
that would make
Warhammer
sense.
World is huge.
He also
Yeah.
may have talked to like 4 British people.
That's also fair.
Yeah. And they all may have been in the store.
Right.
Mari has British relatives. They
I don't
might-
think that's
they
even
might not
true.
know.
Show me Britain on a map. It's not even real.
I mean, it's not known as Britain. It's
Britain is
known as
also
the
very
UK.
small. Like
It's also
the UK is
It's like the state.
very,
It's like the size of the state of Michigan. I think.
yeah, which is
Slightly larger.
crazy.
There's a lot of people in it though.
Yeah.
like Great Britain.
I do only know 6 Brits.
What is it? It's
That's 6 more than I want to know. They do have stores. Like they have.
Yeah, I've got to play against 2 undead teams, Chorfs, and I've got 2 Skavens down the road. Like,
Yeah, but Ian's played 3 games in 7 years.
I mean, sure, I'm not saying that Ian's my hardest game I have coming up.
I think
and
it's
I'm
a
not
good
trying
matchup
to I'm not
for
trying to talk
Corn.
shit about Ian either.
No, I don't think. I don't think you're doing that at all. We're the one talking about your schedule. So
meanwhile I'm the over here with the hardest schedule in the league.
Let's look at Brad's schedule.
I think you've come out of the hardest part of it now. When you came out 3-1.
Not even close.
So Bradley's played against John S.
What's up, Nurgle
John S., Jakey, and me. And okay, you're playing Tim right or next. Jake
That's a
Campbell
win,
after
though.
that.
Okay, that's
he's still,
2 wins.
He's still got Nathan and Joe. And apparently Carrie is the disciple of Nuffle. So
No, dude, she won't have that luck again. I told her flat out. I was like, you will not have a game with this discrepancy again. I'm serious. I flat out told her that. There's no way that's gonna happen.
I got a pretty hard schedule just based off the
Dude,
players I have to
you're
play.
gonna win your next 2, so you're gonna be 4.
Tim,
you're
you
gonna be
don't
5
you do
and
not
1.
know that. How many times have we played?
Dude, there's no way. There's no way. No way. At all.
I hope you're right. I hope I win my next 4 games.
Well, I don't know about your next 4, but you'll beat me and Jake.
what kind of level ups
hope
do you
you're
have,
right.
Tim?
What?
What kind of level ups
I have
do you
dodge.
You have, well, but like how much of it?
Oh, 1.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have 1 player with dodge, 1 player with kick.
Oh, you got
Okay.
kick.
That's that's not great.
I'm not being
No.
hyperbolic. This
Yeah,
season
I-
has been hell.
I understand. I understand. I'm just saying, like my matchups and my opponents they are
Denise,
not
I think we
favorable in my
play week
position.
9, 8 or 9. My only hope in that game is that I can just run away.
Well, she has movement 4 players. You can just instant
Nathan, don't
transportation
even talk
anywhere
like
you
that.
want.
That's
Instant
true.
transmission.
You'll have to worry about goblins blitzing you, and that'll be about
Now,
it.
granted, like Black Orcs can create like a net and like
That's kind of what they do.
kind of just encroach.
10 what, Denise? What are you talking about?
Tomb Kings.
We played in the playoffs last time we played, and then but the game before that was week 10, and you crushed me. Beat me 3-1, I think.
Yeah.
10. Yeah, you crushed me in that game. That was that was one of those games.
Yeah, it happens.
Yeah, it usually happens to me twice a season, typically.
Tim, you
Yeah, I
actually,
think that's
Tim actually
that
has
sounds
a
right.
pretty rough schedule down the road.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be.
Yeah, I've seen a schedule.
I'm telling you, dude, I might win 3 games. I might be sitting home for the playoffs this season.
Watch them beat me on Friday. We playing Friday?
I'm not willing to discount you from the playoffs, especially you won the last league. Like
Yeah, but not with elves.
no,
Not with elves, dude.
but-
Elves are very bad. They're very, very bad. The game's unforgiving to elves. If you fail, your team just gets removed. It's brutal, man. You guys can look off in the distance.
Who was the last?
Well, I just have to disagree. I don't think I think at a million team value they've got some really harsh play. You're right, but
But if you can't level them, you know what I mean? So, we're going. You have how many levels? 6, 7?
Not 7. I think it's 5 or 6.
I mean, what do you do? One of my skills is kick.
yeah, I probably wouldn't have taken kicks so early.
Well, I mean, you think that you can get some SPP.
Yeah.
You know, I
No.
have 4 touchdowns. How many touchdowns do you have?
5? No, I have 4. I have 4 touchdowns.
4 touchdowns.
Because I scored 1 in each of my first 2 games. What's playing?
Damn it,
Yeah.
Toby.
What?
Damn it.
Oh, did that come
Yeah.
out the?
I have 4 touchdowns.
Whoops.
Yeah, it's just been tough slogging, man.
Is it?
Yeah. No, you just gotta in those non-division games. You just have to try to score touchdowns.
I have.
I get it. I'm just saying. Like
have.
you can't be like.
Coincidentally, in those division games, you should also be trying to score
Yeah.
touchdowns.
That's fair, but what I'm saying is
I
that
also did.
You shouldn't be stalling or anything.
Oh,
like
no.
I don't.
should just be
If you,
scoring.
I don't necessarily agree with that either. You need
Why?
to win games.
I understand you need to win games, but like your division
I just
games
want to
are
make
more
some dice
important
rolls.
games.
Well, we can talk about winning games later. Let me make some 3-ups and
I'm actually not sure how you were hearing anything.
what's that?
I'm not sure how you were hearing anything.
I don't know either.
Okay.
I had
Hear that
now.
again?
Huh. That's weird.
What is it?
Were you just hearing it on my headphones?
Nope. Hear directly into mine.
That was much quieter.
Oh, I wonder if you were just hearing it.
I can. Yeah, it must be your headphones. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, it was never clear, but
Okay.
How's Adam's season going?
not great.
Not great.
Not great. He's getting the same thing. He's getting punished hard. Like
Who was his week 3?
You had 9 removals against him.
I got a lot of KOs. And surfs that didn't amount to anything.
All right,
But
but you had 9 guys off the pitch.
Yeah, he had 4 players on the pitch at one. No, 9? No,
I thought you had 9 at one point.
no. He had 4 players on the pitch at one point, and then he scored on me.
7.
He took the ball away from me when he had 4 players, and he scored.
His last game, Joe did the same thing to him. He was down. I think Beef had 4 casualties
Wow,
on his own.
dude, that
Dude, it's hell. Armor 8 is so bad. At least Skaven are cheap. You know, you can at least have that to lean on because you're like, oh, if they die, oh well.
It also depends on how you got to play the team too. Like, you really just got to stay out of tackle zones. So like that might account to you just either taking a player who's not in a tackle zone, giving another player an assist, just get that 2-die block, just to get that player away and don't follow, or just dodging out of squares. That might be for a lot of these teams, elves included, that might be the deciding factor, is just not giving your opponent free blocks. That's how I played. That's how I played against you. I gave you 1 block a turn, and I still ended up with a player getting casualtied. But all in all, it wasn't a pitch clear like last time where I was boxing you one-on-one and you were just knocking me down.
I
every
wasn't
time,
doing fantastic on removals that game.
in our game.
Yeah,
I think the ones you got, I think
I
you
mean,
were.
I was doing okay, but I was also targeting priority players.
That's fair. But the one player surf you got, right? KO.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was and you got a casualty.
And with that player there,
remember.
I was just like, that's your block guard, like
Yeah, I know.
Your strength 4. Like,
Yeah.
if I have an opportunity to get rid of that player, I've got to do it.
Absolutely. But yeah, I don't think you were terrible on removals. I think you rolled just fine for those. I think it was staying away from you and staying away from the edge of the pitch is what kept me in the game. I think that's how you got to do it. And then you have those last crucial moments where you just got to surround him. Doesn't have any rerolls left. Surround him, make him roll dice, hope he fails. So,
But what if they don't?
then you lose, like I did.
What if they never do?
Then you never win.
Oh, man.
I'm loving not dying. Yeah, Nathan, I've wondered for a very long time why you play like the low armor value teams.
I think
with
dwarves
so
are the
much,
team for
like,
Nathan.
Anxiety.
Like, I think Nathan's going to have
Probably.
at least 8 wins.
Well, when you to remove a dwarf without mighty blow or any other skills, including rolling the
Here
POW,
it comes.
it's what?
The numbers.
Yeah, the numbers. It's a 2.7% chance to KO or better the
That
dwarf.
is nuts.
Just based on any block.
Yeah, to roll it's specifically a POW or dodge POW.
That's not bad though.
2.7.
Those aren't that bad odds when you.
Those
What-
numbers
what-
high. We're talking like 13% on an armor 8.
You're right. What? How many blocks is a normal player making?
Nathan, John did not.
In a game.
John S. did
Oh,
not.
I
hurt,
mean-
hang on,
I mean,
hang on.
sure,
We need to address this. I'm sorry. Nathan is speaking falsely. John S. did not hurt you, Nathan. He casualtied a player on turn 1. That was it.
Oh.
One time. That is not
Wait,
hurt.
Nathan went on to win that game, right?
Like
Yeah.
by
By a
at least
lot.
2 touchdowns.
Immediately after that casualty, he posted in the group chat. He said, "John casualtied a player on turn 1. There's no way I can win this game now."
And he won by 2 touchdowns.
Wait, did that happen?
Yeah,
Did you really make
that
Yeah,
happened.
100%.
That happened. He
surprised.
said that he
Now
said,
he's saying
"I have
people
already
named John
lost."
hurt me.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Anyway, please go. Please.
Anyway,
Brad is going to say some
I
scene
imbue
things
every
about.
John.
Well, I'm just saying it's just not that. I don't.
You're
2.7
you're gonna
isn't
you're gonna
bad.
reference that more dwarves are getting hit than.
Well, it's not. It's not even that. It's just like just based on the sheer amount of blocks you're going to throw in a single game. So take Chaos or Corn for instance, right? You have Frenzy on all your players. You're throwing so many blocks a game that mathematically you're going to throw. You're going to get some removals. It's going to happen. It's almost. I won't say it's guaranteed because in Blood Bowl nothing is guaranteed, but it's statistically probable that you get it.
And I've never
So,
really
like,
I hadn't really
It's really
thought about
not. It when you get it is the big deal.
Yeah.
If you get it on turn 15, obviously it doesn't matter. But if you manage to get it on turn 3, it's a huge deal.
And dude, it does happen. You're
Yeah,
right.
it absolutely
Like
happens.
I've had I think we played a game one time where I removed 2 dwarves in a turn, like
Yeah.
without mighty blow or anything.
Yeah.
And like it happens.
Yeah.
It's just like those
No,
really
no,
low percent.
No, it doesn't.
It
That
does,
doesn't.
though.
That doesn't happen to other people.
Brad removed 4 of your elves in one turn.
None of them were armor 10.
No, but
but
I've
nobody
had-
probably rolled 10 or higher to break their armor.
He was pretty on fire in that game.
What their armor actually is irrelevant when you're rolling 10 or more
Yeah.
Sure.
to begin with.
Yeah.
And when you think
What is
about it,
up,
dwarves, you actually, excuse me, you actually have a higher percent chance to casualty a dwarf than you do to KO it.
Yeah, but that's only because dwarves have a lower percent chance to be KO'd than other
it's
players.
because
It's not.
Well,
It's not
it's thick
yeah,
stuff.
but that's
It's
in
not
reference
a-
to like when you're picking inducements. Like that's why a keg is actually like not a good inducement on dwarves
No, it's
because
not.
they're not often being KO'd.
No, it's not.
What was I going to ask? Oh, Nathan, how do you feel dwarves have been hard to play for you? I mean, the answer is obviously no. You're 4-0 running away. But I'm interested to hear.
Well, just because he's won his games doesn't mean those games haven't been challenging.
I don't think. I think they've all been 2 touchdown wins.
that,
he might
that
have won
also
by
doesn't
1.
mean they were difficult. Just because you win doesn't mean it wasn't earned.
yeah.
I'm not saying that.
No,
That's not what
okay,
I'm-
but it doesn't mean that it wasn't a
I
trial.
don't think the team is hard to play.
Dwarves. I've played dwarves a few times. I'd actually disagree. I don't think it's that easy.
I should have played them.
I think that they're
them or
punishing.
Cash Wars.
I think they're punishing if you don't do it well.
Yeah, they're not a forgiving team, but they're unforgiving in other ways. It's not like elves where you lose players. It's you lose games if you don't play them correctly. So that's where they that's where they fall down. Is like if you start. I mean, you almost have to keep all your players somewhat within proximity. You can't have some of those players off on their own because as soon as an opportunity opens up for a foul, for instance, and that armor 10 dwarf gets removed, now you've got a problem. Like you playing down players as dwarves is a nightmare. It is so hard.
You mean playing like as dwarves when you're
when
low on
you're
players?
down players, yeah. It's rough because you're so slow. You rely on all your players to be able to maintain board control. And as soon as all those players go, as soon as you lose 2 players, you basically have no capability of stopping people from just scoring. You almost can't even play defense. It's really hard. Once they get away from you, they're
I
gone.
can't see that. I can't see that at all. I don't understand.
Don't understand what?
They're
I
slow.
don't understand that. Like, yeah, but speed is irrelevant. It's unless you're both starting on the line and trying to run to the end, it's irrelevant.
I don't agree with that.
I've been outrun.
They have to go to your end zone.
I understand, but
You
I've been
know where now. It's not like it's a 3-dimensional game. You know where they're going.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like, if you put 11 guys on the line of scrimmage, sure, other teams are faster than you.
Yeah, but if you have
If you use the other 13 squares, they can't get around you. Don't let them outflank you.
I see, and that's where I
Tomb
just
Guardians are all movement 4.
I understand. All Tomb Guardian players are movement
The
4?
Tomb Guardians are movement 4.
He means
and then the
Tomb
skeletons
Guardians.
are movement 5.
Oh, the big. Yeah, I understand, but it's still very. There's still a lot of issues with you actually getting outflanked by faster teams though, like just them bringing you to one side and then going around. Because the other thing,
Putting 11 players in a
you-
line is just that
it's a bad
wouldn't
idea.
work.
Yeah,
I just don't understand how speed
it's a
isn't.
bad
I've never
idea.
played a game against dwarves where they didn't have linemen
Mm-hmm.
right where they needed them.
See,
to hold it.
you've brought
entire
this you've brought this up before, and I've told you we've played games where you played against my dwarves and you literally outrun me and I can't catch you.
I distinctly remember a game against your dwarves where I needed to make a 2-up dodge out, but you had a lineman tag me on
Okay.
a witch elf, so I failed the 2-up dodge with no rerolls.
Okay,
I'm just saying,
I
the
don't-
lineman was right where he needed to be.
I understand. Sometimes they are where they need to be.
No,
but
no,
that
no,
doesn't.
no, every time. Every
Yeah,
time.
I just
can't
told you
agree
they
with
weren't.
that. I
When?
can't agree with every time.
When you outran me to the end zone,
I don't know what Brett, that never happened. We played 2 games.
that did happen.
We played 2 games. We tied one, and then you beat the shit out of me in the second one.
Yes, I know. I remember. I'm
The only
saying
outrunning
the
that
first.
was done was by Griff.
You
Yeah,
ran.
I
You
think
ran.
I think you need to play as dwarves because
Yeah,
like,
it-
when you
it's
play
not-
as a team, you can
I just-
you understand their shortcomings much more.
I just don't see it.
in depth.
I just don't see it.
I mean, movement 4 is a big hindrance.
There's individually they're slow, but like why you have defense and depth. Like you don't need to be at the line of scrimmage.
Right.
So like it,
And that's how you need to play dwarves. You need to
At
be
the line of
in-
scrimmage?
No,
You
no,
need
no,
to be-
You
you
need to
need-
be in a lair. Like you
Yeah.
can't.
So their one weakness is removed.
What? No. And it's not their one.
How?
It's not their one weakness either.
What's their other weakness?
They have low agility
On their linemen.
on their linemen and their troll slayers.
Okay.
They have.
So they have 4
Yeah,
AG3
that's-
guys?
That's 7 players.
But they have 4 AG3 guys, right?
Yes.
Yeah, but they're also agility 3. So like those
Okay.
those dodges are not.
I'm
not
not being an
guaranteed.
asshole.
And they also don't come
Tomb
with
Kings
dodge.
are all AG4.
Yeah.
All of them.
Okay.
Okay. What's are you trying to make a point?
I'm
Like-
just saying, like, I'd love to have had AG3
Yeah.
on 4 players.
Okay. Yeah,
I just don't understand.
I don't understand.
Would you say that AG4 up was a
just-
weakness?
It feels
Sure.
like
That's
feels
true.
like you're.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. It feels like you're saying, well, Tomb Kings have this, and now the argument's settled. But I don't know what you're trying
No,
to
I'm
get
just
at.
saying they have more AG3 than a Tomb King team.
Okay.
That doesn't mean that they don't have an agility weakness.
That's
How many linemen are picking up the ball?
That's the problem. You don't have multiple positions. You have 4 players that can reliably pick up the ball.
I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I play. My linemen aren't picking up the ball ever.
no, they're not.
I threw a touchdown pass
I'm not
to
saying-
one of my
not saying you
linemen
can't.
during our game.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
Like,
some
it's-
of the players have low
you
agility.
mean you're
In our last game, the one touchdown I
Okay,
scored,
so-
I
okay.
threw that to a lineman.
yeah. I mean, yeah.
Maybe you've never played incompetent dwarves.
Like the players you've been playing were competent to have players where they needed to be.
Sure, I've played 3 dwarf players, right? Played Brad, Joel, and who's the other one? I never played Snigowski.
Oh, well, then I don't know.
So I only have 2. Just looking at the team, I don't think it's an incompetence thing. It's just you don't try to get in a foot race with a guy you can't win. So you use the field to your advantage.
But and I understand that. But sometimes it's unavoidable.
Also, as soon as
Because you could just as easily get marked. It's not as bad, but you could have the lizard problem where you have a guy in your end zone. So it's like, I can either try a 4-up dodge to go get this guy, or I block the guy in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not as simple as just you can just spread people out and go get them. People get put in front of you, and you have to deal with the
also, like, if the ball gets loose, like if they knock the ball out of a safe place, dwarves have a pretty hard time recovering from that situation.
Yeah, that's true too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're not.
I should have played dwarves. I'm struggling to see it.
I don't think they're a
You're gonna play the whole game with 10 players or more, right? So you're very rarely gonna get so like
maybe.
I mean, a lot of times you're right. But also, when you have a movement 4 player that gets knocked down or stunned,
sure,
like they're out of position for a while.
Sure.
Like a stunned dwarf lineman, like they're out for the next turn, and then the turn after that, they're going to stand up and move 1 square. Yeah. The ball might have progressed 8 squares in that time.
It's.
I mean, like there are situations where that could effectively be a KO.
Yeah, depending on what turn it is in the half.
Well, now the counterpoint is you could play one of these Armor 8 teams where that player's just off the pitch.
Yeah,
so it's a hell of a lot harder to position a player that's not on the pitch than one that's slow.
Yeah, and I'm not arguing about the volition of any other team.
But
I'm just saying this is a weakness of dwarves.
That has nothing to do with dwarves, though.
I would have loved dwarves. I would have loved them. I should have built that team. I should have built Chaos Dwarves. That's what I really wanted to play. But I'm a coward. Didn't think I'd get it done in time.
I'm just so like. The goblins, man, the hobgoblins.
I know. I don't like.
They feel disjointed.
It just feels
from the team.
That's why I don't like them.
And something with
feels
their,
like a
must
weird
be something
team.
with their old fluff that why they're in there. But
yeah, that's the only reason why I would choose regular dwarves over chaos dwarves. I'm just not a fan of all their positionals. Like it feels like a weird team.
It is a weird team.
Like what's a bull centaur have to do with a dwarf?
It's something they're old.
Yeah, I get it.
Again, like
they have like artillery terrain.
I mean,
and stuff too.
At least I'm interested in the bull centaur, right? Like it's a cool, unique
That's
player,
fair, and the minotaur too. But
whereas the hobgoblin's just like it's just weird.
You know what the hobgoblin is?
It's a
fouling fodder.
Yeah, it's very cheap. Now it hurts when you're missing players because like you're literally you're getting a hobgoblin lineman.
Yeah, I don't.
Like Joe started this league with 4 dwarves.
I don't know why he did that.
So that he could have beef.
Okay.
I don't think you give a damn about beef.
The minotaurs are good.
Joe gives.
It is the best minotaur in the game.
Why?
Animal Savagery.
They have
Unchanneled Furies.
They have
Animal Savagery. Sorry, I was mixing 2 up.
Unchanneled Fury is the one you want. You don't want to be punching your own players.
on dwarves.
You got dwarves though.
You have dwarves to soak the hit.
You don't. Do you want to punch dwarves?
Oh, I
just spent 20
get
minutes talking about probably.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
Oh man.
Anyway.
No, I kids
I
meal
get what you're saying.
beef.
Yeah, I don't. I much prefer because I've played with both. Out of both those teams, I've played with.
Animal Savagery, you don't lose your blitz, so that's why people like it. That's why it's so good.
I understand, but like
I'll be honest, people like Joe and Jake, it doesn't come up.
Yeah, I get it. I've lost my blitzes a couple times with the new blood spawn, but not having to punch your own player and not losing tackle zones is a huge.
You're gonna have a blood spawn against me, aren't you?
Yeah.
How much money you want to put on 5 removals? Like we'll put cold hard cash.
Like 5 removals for
in
a
the
game?
first half. Oh no, not the game.
Well, the blood spawns.
I mean, by that point, I should have more mighty blow and stuff. Like
the blood spawn's not going to be your biggest enemy.
5 removals isn't outside of the realm of possibility by any means.
Not against elves.
That is a horrific statement.
Unless you've got.
But when you're talking about an armor 7 team, and if your luck continues to not be great, and you don't have. Plus, I mean, hopefully, ideally, I should have tackle by then on my corner.
You won't need it against me.
On your corner.
I'm telling you.
I have a lot of dodge in my future, so like I need to get tackle. There's so much dodge.
It's important.
In fact, I think every player coming up, apart from John, is gonna have dodge.
I'll be honest with you though, with that corn team, I like strip ball way more than tackle.
See, I don't think it's how you win the game with them. Like I just don't like.
I mean, obviously you're going for the
Plus-
knockdown and removals.
Yeah, but most they're more of a control team than a removal team.
yeah,
Like
I get that.
You're going for consistently knocking stuff over rather than needing to like.
Well, and you can
kill
push,
it?
and you can push stuff extra spaces too.
Yeah,
Opposed to
yeah,
everyone's got
which is-
frenzy, so you can
yeah.
easier. You can clear paths easier. You can box people up easier. You can. There's a lot of advantages to it. However,
Nathan asked is there an eventuality where I do not get my blood spawn after my game with Ian? If I were to have warriors die, they're more important than the blood spawn.
yeah, I think so.
So that's pretty much what would have to do it.
Who do you play after Ian?
Mama G.
Oh, maybe she can do some damage. I think that's my only chance. Like, you got to be playing with an extra lineman or something, because otherwise it's like you're expecting 5 removals.
Well, I'm not expecting it. I'm not expecting it, but like it's not out of the realm of possibility when it's an armor 18
That is
with no
horrific,
defensive
man.
skills.
What a horrific
Well,
reality I have
that's
staring me
what?
down,
Is
man.
that 3 games away?
You have 2 more games.
2 more games.
I have
So
one.
I mean, realistically, I could have maybe like another mighty blow and another block.
How many Mighty
before
Blow do
that.
you have right now?
1.
You got what? Oh, in our game?
Yeah,
Oh,
okay.
there's the corn gore that had the MVP the game before. He got an MVP and a touchdown that game.
Oh, and then you gave Mighty Blow.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he's already got SPP to get on the way to get.
I couldn't
tackled.
even get another catcher for my game with Brad.
Yeah. If I
My
lost,
team did not change at all.
if I lost anything other than a lineman, I wouldn't have been able to replace anybody.
And I'm only 20K away from
Kinda- I-
money for the blood spawn,
I ca-
so it's gonna happen
I kind of like, unless, like you said, unless you lose somebody.
unless I lose somebody.
Watch your
Which
statements there,
it'd have to be a warrior.
You
which
wouldn't take. I guess I probably wouldn't take it for a corn gore.
No, if a corn gore passed on to the bloody gates, then then no, I would still get
I don't think I would.
because I still have 3 other corn gores.
Yeah, you can still line
I'm
with
feeling
them.
physical pain.
But
What I have to endure.
Bounty acquired.
I tell you what, do never let me play elves again, guys. I'm serious. If you love me at all, please don't let me do this to myself. It's miserable. Like, the whole thing's miserable. Everything about it. Like, having to play the games, actually playing them is a nightmare. The entire time. I should have played orcs or something. Orcs are a lot of fun.
yeah, I enjoy
I like
my
orcs a
team.
lot.
Or I like orcs a lot too.
They're a lot of
I
fun.
enjoy my orcs.
I had one of the best games I had of my last Fumble League was against a really good orc player.
I don't know who I'm playing next though. I'd like to do Norse.
Oh, next league's a draft league, redraft league.
Oh, well then I'd probably do Amazons. if I
Take
was.
it from me, don't take Norse into the redraft league.
Oh, I'm not going to do
Well,
that.
the most miserable game of that season was my game against Adam. It
Well,
was like I feel so utterly powerless. And going into playoffs,
6 guard
going into
players.
playoffs, I had two level ups,
Yeah.
two skills on that team.
With new inducement rules, would there have changed anything?
I was the underdog the whole time. So
Oh
it
yeah, I
would've
guess
just-
probably not then, huh?
So no, not really. I guess it
I
would
will say, from what I've heard, the new inducement rules are not popular.
really.
people do not like them.
I don't see how they could be negative in any way. They're just
You
Well,
get
it's
your
just-
treasury, man.
it's just
You
better.
don't get your treasury.
So
I don't
that's-
think
and,
it is.
and that's fine. Like you've always been one to advocate for this game should be about your team. This is
agree.
exactly what you wanted.
Well, again, this is what I'm hearing. This isn't me.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't.
But I mean,
I'm saying I'm hearing people don't like it.
But
Yeah.
you haven't sounded overly popular. or
I don't
positive
love it.
about
I don't
either.
like. It seems lazy. It seems like the wrong fix.
Oh, I don't think it seems lazy.
Well, just removing the treasury. Okay, yeah, you can't use. Your
Well,
treasury.
yeah, but like the other solution is saying, yeah, you have your treasury, but you're just like, I don't want you to spend it on anything. Like what's
What do you mean?
I don't know. I don't.
I should just like I'm gonna like yeah, you have your treasury, but I don't want you to spend it on these specific things.
I think the closer the team's TVs are, the better the game it is.
Yeah,
I agree.
I think,
I agree.
and I think allowing the underdog to spend treasury on top of free money that
Well,
they get, I
right,
think
but
is
like,
just, I
okay,
think it's just
so
wrong.
it's
If you
it's
need,
more about the inducements that help make the game bearable,
what do you
as
mean?
opposed like tags.
if you're
apothecaries.
700,000 down, like a game is only
No,
bearable
I'm
by
talking
that.
about like if the team values are set, like when we're close, I need kegs and apothecaries. Okay, if he's not high enough above me, I don't get those things.
Yeah, I get
I
it.
just don't get.
Well,
them.
And you might have to consider that when you take into account your team. Then, like that's
What's your team value
that's
right
the
now?
point. Is,
970 because I'm missing that warrior.
Okay, so it'll be what?
1100 on the nose.
I have more. My team is more expensive than his.
Well, as of right now, because he's missing 100.
Well, no.
No.
It'll
When
be,
when he's at full strength,
What's your TV?
1125.
Yeah, he's at 11.
1100.
11 on the nose.
With the warrior?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were saying without the warrior.
Yeah.
With that
What
it's-
world
it's
are we living in?
I don't know. One where elves are a little bit too pricey. They need to go down. But it's
I mean, what's your team look like though?
I have Dodge.
No, but like, so is it 11 linemen?
11 players.
Like just
two
tell-
catchers, 2 blitzers, and a thrower, and the rest linemen.
so 5 positionals,
3 rerolls and an
3
apothecary.
rerolls and an apothecary. Okay.
Okay. I only have
Nothing.
I only have 2 rerolls. Yeah.
You got 2 players with block, and you got.
And
one
I have
player
a
with-
mighty blow.
One player with mighty blow. Yeah.
It's absurd.
I
It's
think,
absurd.
I think I'm pretty sure I only have 11 players.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my 12th player will be the blood spawn. Hopefully.
Yeah. Well, if
Barring-
here's the
barring
other
anything
thing. If he
horrific.
gets
Lunacy, man. There's no other way to put it.
I
It's
mean, the
lunacy.
blood. Well, I mean, right now our teams are really quite comparable,
yeah,
though. Like,
he's got 3 level ups. You have 1. You have more rerolls than he does.
yeah. So like,
You have an apothecary, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
Our teams are pretty comparable. If you now, if I had the blood spawn and this was my team value,
You would have
would be-
100K on him,
yeah, it'd be yeah.
and you would actually get. I think you could.
I'll go
Get 2Ks.
I'll go up to 1260 with my
Yeah.
blood spawn.
Is it one? Oh, he's 160. That's
Yeah.
right. I was thinking 150. Yeah, he's 160. So you get 110. Yeah, I mean that's. Yeah, that's it. I don't even think
It's absurd design. Like you have to play at 11 players, and then you're going to lose 6 of them.
Well,
It's just like
I think that's.
it's crazy.
Well, I think that's the Elven Union problem.
I mean,
first of
Dark
all, and that's-
Elves have
and
a very
that's-
similar problem.
Yeah, but they don't have the exact same problem though. Their linemen are
They're 70.
they're 70K, but their armor 9+. So they're not getting removed as much as
Well, you say that.
elf players are.
Elves suck in every game. he
You
says.
say
But-
that.
But yeah,
Dark
so
Elves are
that's-
very positional heavy too.
Yeah, they can be. I mean, you run 4.
Like you want the 4 blitzers, and you probably
Yeah.
want both witch elves.
Yeah, but you don't really care about the assassins or the runners that much.
Yeah,
think
you
you
know,
need
like
the runner, though,
not
man.
no one runs the runner, and I don't.
Yeah, it's
I would like to like
is
more.
he movement 7?
He's movement
Yeah.
7.
Are your blitzers 6?
They're
There's
7.
That's why you don't run the runner. He's got dump off with. What do you need the runner for?
I
He
just,
gives you passing.
It's just
You
interesting.
can give him pass, and
Yeah,
you find that you really need that ability to do a stretch play because they don't have it. Dark Elves just do not have
Maybe
pass.
with the 4 movement 7. What's the movement on the witch elves?
6,
7.
but they're movement 8.
No,
or
witch-
7. I'm
witch
sorry,
elves are
7.
seven.
But movement 8.
The armor 8.
All right, damn it.
Yeah.
The armor 8.
Yeah. So I guess my team would be 4 blitzers, 2 witch elves, and the rest linemen. So
Listen, man,
the only thing would be the two.
maybe
two.
it's-
I
Maybe
think
it's me,
I think I would
but
like to run a runner.
I don't think I would.
I
honestly,
like.
The common denominator here is me because Jakey's like, I'm doing fine. He won a championship with High Elves. It might be me.
Well, high elves are also their armor 8. Like,
Or armor 9. Yeah.
yeah, I'm sorry, armor 9.
Well, I don't think it is. How well is he doing with what else right now? Did he?
I think-
he tied Eli today. I beat him in his last
Is
game.
it 2?
He's got more than 4 touchdowns, man. He's got a lot more skills than I do.
Did he win his? Yeah, he won his first game like 4 to.
Yeah.
No, he beat and that's why.
Yeah.
He beat the crap out of John.
Hey, man.
It's,
But
it's
like
Those
4
SPP
I played
matter.
him. Yeah, I
They
know.
matter.
I'm just saying. I played him week 2.
So I think he's 1-1-1.
Beat him. Well, he just played his week. Was that his week 3?
Oh no, he did play week 4 or no?
What was his? Who was
His
his week 3
1-1-2?
opponent?
Hold on, I just got it right here. So Jakey, Adam, he played Adam.
Adam. How'd that
Yeah.
game go?
He beat Adam, didn't he?
He beat Adam.
That's right. I think he beat him 1-0 or something like that.
Really?
Yeah, he posted it in the chat.
It's a really low scoring game for
a
Wood Elves and
on
Skaven.
right?
Like
That's funny. You'd think they'd be
him,
like
him and
5 to
Eli
4.
were 2-2.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that was an interesting game.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's just a bad decision. I told you this when I played Dark Elves, and you guys just let me do it.
Don't blame us on this.
I hope after I have 15 beers, I'm like, all right, guys, I'm driving home. Somebody steps in and is like, no, this is self-destructive. Tim."
I think if you just
Why is the libertarian coming at me about letting you make bad decisions?
I need you to protect me from myself.
That's what you're asking me to do.
You need a couple good games, and
I don't know where I'm gonna get
to
them, man.
juice your team. Is
Where am
really
I gonna
what it
get
needs
them?
to be.
You gonna let me have one?
Bounty posted. What?
You gonna give me one?
I'm not going to do it willingly because it's
might.
a division game and I really need to win it.
Oh man, all I can think is if I score quick, somehow get a blitz, get the ball.
I don't think you ever want to choose to score quick.
I don't think I have any other choice against you. I really don't.
Well, I don't.
What am
I
I going to
think
do?
you-
Hold
I don't-
off and let you just hit me?
Well, I don't think you ever want to put me on offense intentionally.
No, I don't
well,
think so either.
so no. Okay, that's not what I mean. You probably want to choose to defend rather than like you want to choose to kick if you have the option because you want to defend with a full team.
That's usually the case with
Yeah,
elves.
but
With-
you'll never defend with
with fast
but
teams.
if
You'll set up
if,
a full
if
team.
you, I'm not going to say I'm going to remove players on the line every time because I don't.
No, I'm not just saying. Every game I've lost a player in the first round.
Yeah, I mean I lose.
Okay, hang on. Eli waited till the second turn. Sorry.
I lose players on the line all the time. I get it. It sucks. But yeah, I think elves in general want to defend with a full team,
I think-
and that's also situational based on their opponent.
I think that's a fast team thing too. I think Skaven want to do that. I think lizards want to do that. I think a lizard player might want to kick rather
think
than
that-
receive, just because they have that really quick scoring potential. So if you can force your opponent to score in 5-6 turns, and they're a brutal team.
Mm-hmm.
You force your opponent to score in 5 turns.
I think
you plenty of time to score.
Lizards are weird. Like
They are a weird
They
team.
might be that decision might very well be highly opponent driven.
You're right. It could be. It
Like
could be.
yeah. I don't really know.
Well, against elves.
I'm not an experienced lizard coach, and
that's
and they take a lot of Blood Bowl principles and they kind of like, hey, we
They're
need to
so
tweak these a
unique.
bit.
They're so unique.
Well, they've got a lot of like they're really fast and they have strength 4 players and that's it. They have no their strength 4
Get
players
outta
don't
here,
have
Nathan.
any agility.
Block
and
Nathan.
that's their issue.
You don't
Those-
actually block anything.
Those
No, block him forever.
Those Sauruses
Oh, okay.
can get caught in so many traps.
Time out.
I want to. 45 messages were deleted. Wow.
That's so funny.
I forgot I
600
did that.
seconds.
I didn't see what he said to
10 minutes.
justify
He said
it.
that elves are like dwarves, or dwarves are like elves because he had a player removed in the first turn.
Wow.
So I said, get out.
Yeah. Though
I mean, I've had that shit happen to me too. Is dwarves where players just it's almost like butter. No, I played against Mama G's Amazons. She smoked the crap out of me. When I was playing dwarves, I had like 4 or 5 players get removed. It was insane. Nothing I could do about it. So,
Double
stuff just
12s are a hell of a
happens,
thing.
too. It just happens.
Oh God! All right, guys, I can't take any more of this pain. We'll be back next week with our. We got to look forward to the new year next week. So that's what we're talking about. The 10th edition. It's coming.
yeah.
6 months.
So, all right, guys, have a good Christmas. Everybody have a fantastic Christmas. We love you. Please come in here and spend $1,000 so that my kids can have a Christmas. I love you. See you next week. Tell your grandma.
Ho ho ho.